Negative thoughts, negative narratives are as old as our species. These are very present in pain. For example, will this ever get better? I don't feel like this is getting better. Why is this happening to me? It can also be present in mental illness. It can be present when we're dealing with the barriers to improving our fitness. Now, luckily, there is a 2,000-year-old technique which has also been shown in more recent research to be very effective at helping us to deal with negative narratives. Now, this is a quote written 2,000 years ago by the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, who was also a Stoic philosopher. Marcus Aurelius says, "There are 4 particular corruptions of the directing mind for which you must keep constant watch and eliminate them whenever you detect them, in each case applying one of these formulas. 1. This mental image is superfluous, i.e. it's unnecessary. This could weaken the bond of community, or this would not be yourself speaking." Now, what he's doing here, it's very much links to acceptance commitment therapy, which is now used at our clinic, at the Revitalize Clinic, quite a lot in helping people with internal negative narratives. He is noticing them, he's acknowledging them, he is interacting with them in a meaningful way, and he's engaging with them. He's making space for them and he's engaging with them. Now, this enables us to identify these narratives. Often they're much more repetitive than we think. Often they aren't as, how can I put this? They aren't as detailed as we think they are. They're actually the same very, very brief statements, almost on a hamster wheel, just repeating again and again and again. By applying a label to them or questioning them, we can start to bring to the forefront our more logical minds, but also we can start to build a relationship with these narratives on our terms. Now, interesting techniques that come through acceptance commitment therapy is where we won't just spot them, we'll actually view them with interest, view them in a compassionate light. Sometimes we could create further distance by making fun of them, so we could repeat them to ourselves in a bit of a funny voice. We can also label them as basically applying character names to them. So it could be that they remind you of a voice when you were growing up. It could be that you want to make fun of them, so you call them Bugs Bunny. It could be that you name them based on a summary of what they represent, like guilt or something like that. And another technique that you can apply is the "oh, it's you again" technique. So you take each of these narratives and you would write them down and you'd give them a name. And the moment they come up, you'd read out that bit of paper that you might store in your wallet or your purse, or you might even just remember them, notice them, and say, "oh, it's you again. Hey." And then you move on to the next thing. This distance, this healthy disassociation, can be very, very effective in helping us to deal with the very common experience for us as human beings, which is where our brains are in overdrive trying to protect us from shame or guilt or pain or loss. And it's a way that we can situate ourselves as the observer, and we can start to build a relationship with these parts of us on terms which complements our existence of life. Further things to look up after this would be Stoic philosophy, and then also acceptance commitment therapy, and maybe a bit of cognitive behavioral therapy, and you might find quite a few nice answers there. But if you've got any other questions or any interests as to how we can create more distance with negative automatic thoughts, I would recommend just writing below on this post, messaging me at the Revitalize Clinic, and letting me know how we can help you better. Thank you for watching.